Or what? Or what? Hey y'all, so we are at the conclusion of last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Whew, this episode did not disappoint. I would even say that this episode is even better than last week. They hit the ground running. I am so excited. Let's just get into it. So we start out with a glimpse of Kathy Hilton's fortress, and then we hear Erika Jayne yell, "You don't know anything what you're talking about. Nothing!" And suddenly she just says, "Well, Erika, I'm just trying to be honest and transparent like everyone wants me to be." She's like, "Would you like to get sued?" Damn. Sutton says, "Of course not." And hold up, pause, time out. Erika, who you gonna sue? Who are you going to sue, girl? You talking about, would you like to be sued by you or by Tom? Because none of y'all have a leg to stand on. The irony is that after this was filmed, the only person who's getting sued is Erika Jayne to the tune of $25 million. Okay? We had enough of your empty threats, girl. No one is intimidated by you. Sutton can buy and sell your ass. Do you remember that? She offered you money to help your ass out. But apparently, she's making threats. I'm sorry, promises to Sutton. All the other ladies are gagged by Erika telling her this. Oh, so now Kyle wants to step in now when someone gets sued, okay? So she tells Erika, okay, if you're trying to sue her, then you're just giving credence to what she just said. I'm glad that Kyle's holding her accountable, but Kyle, you already showed your two faces, so it's whatever at this point. And then Erika's like, oh, not by me. So she mean Tom's gonna sue her for doubting her tall tales. Okay, sis, okay. I wish Sutton wasn't intimidated by this, but Sutton really does not want to be sued, clearly. Erika's talking some bullshit in her confessional saying, be careful who you talk about. He ain't dead and gone yet, honey. Well, the best thing for Tom to be right now is dead and gone. These empty threats, I'm like, Tom really got time to sue somebody for not believing her? Oh, so Dorit's sticking up too. Dorit's backbone is here and present. She's like, well, Erika, the way you're threatening to sue people, that's the main thing that we're worried about. I don't know how Erika Jayne has the clearance on telling anybody they should be quiet. Erika then says she's about to lose her shit on everybody. Do it! Do it! What are you gonna do? I'm so tired of all these women, even Sutton to a point of being scared of her. And I'm glad people pointed it out on Twitter that if Kim Richards was on this show, if Brandy was on this show, Camille, LVP, they are not scared of no Erika Jayne. But the rest of these women, I'm sorry, Garcelle, you too, you're lumped into this. I don't get why y'all so chicken shit around her. I really want somebody to put Erika in her place right now because she has nan leg to stand on. Kathy Hilton is asking her to calm down. Lisa Rena drunk ass is telling her to take a breath. Now all you hear is radio silence and poor Patrick in the corner. Shout out to Patrick too. I hope he got a lovely check from these 2 episodes. Ooh! Now, after that radio silence, Erika Jayne composes herself and says, you ever call me a liar again? I'm coming for you. Sutton again looked like a deer in headlights. And Erika's like, trust me. Girl, whatever. The only thing I could trust is your ass telling a lie. So we cut to Sutton's confessional. She's like, so you're gonna sue me and you're coming for me when I'm gonna wake up with a horse head in my bed? And then Erika doubles down and says, no, bitch, I promise you. I promise you I'm gonna come for you. Poor Sutton, because I feel like nobody at the table got her back. Did anybody else notice that Erika whole titty out in this scene? And lovely Kathy Hilton just talking about the dinner that's ruined. The souffle probably fell in the kitchen. All that food, that was probably a $10,000 dinner. They couldn't wait till after dessert was passed to get into this. And then Erika's minions at the table, Dorit and Kyle, they're like, Erika, you don't mean that. Don't say that. She's like, yes, I do. Yes, I effing do mean that. Kyle is saying, we can't threaten people. And Erika's like, oh no, I'm not threatening her. I'm promising her. Erika has had enough of Sutton's truth seeking. And Kyle, don't even try to come to Sutton's defense after you pushed her ass under a bus. Like, y'all see how Kyle's retracting right now, or she feels bad? So Sutton has had enough of this BS. She's like, I'm not about to be threatened. She gets up. Erika pushes her seat in for her. Like, she's like, bye, good night. Y'all, we are only 4 minutes in. Sutton is like, I am not used to people like that. I am leaving. So then after Sutton walks out, you have Kathy Hilton trying to run after her. And then you have Lisa Rena comforting Erika, and also by giving her the dog. And then Garcelle finally goes after Sutton as well. Poor Sutton, she's close to tears now. Well, she is crying. And Kathy's trying to get her to stay, and then Garcelle's out there trying to get her to stay too. But Sutton's ready to go. Garcelle agrees with Sutton that was really effed up. She even says in her confessional that Erika was just nasty. And I agree. And then you have Erika who's defending her behavior, and lo and behold, Crystal, who I've been defending for the first couple of episodes of the season. And now your true colors are showing right now, Miss Mean Girl. You are the mean girl that everyone been saying you are, and I'm just seeing it, y'all. I gotta apologize to Alex. Now, Crystal, I thought she smashed whatever beef she had with Sutton, but it looks like she hasn't, and she's trying to get into Erika's good graces. And as soon as Erika was defending herself, Crystal's like, yep, I would do the same thing. Girl, you are Gretchen Wiener right now. Please, stop it. Crystal's like, you call me a liar? That's what happens. I'm very disappointed. I really am. Oh, Kyle, you could have sat your ass down. Now, she want to go out and follow Sutton? Come on, after you threw her under the bus? Ooh, I can't wait till Sutton get in your ass. But Sutton's a little too upset right now. She's ready to go. But Kyle also is trying to tell her to stay and agree with her that what Erika's saying, like, oh, Erika doesn't mean it, she doesn't mean it. Girl, sit your ass right back down. Somebody give Patrick some popcorn. He is enjoying the show. Garcelle is holding Kyle accountable, and I am here for it. She said that y'all were all riling Erika up to blow up on Sutton, and that's exactly what happened. Kyle, you wasn't trying to help nobody. Shut up, Kyle. So even though Kathy, Kyle, and Garcelle beg Sutton to stay, she just decides to go, leaving her SUV. She can't take it anymore, and other ladies go back inside. Garcelle tells Erika, you freaked her out. And Erika's like, well, she should have never called me a liar. And I think everyone's trying to gently tell Erika that she was kind of in the wrong, even though she was. She is very unapologetic about her behavior. It is F Sutton right now. Okay, so now we're with Kyle again in her confessional, and now she's bringing up the times when Erika was very nasty. Have y'all noticed that Kyle's just been very duplicitous? Like, in her confessional, she's questioning Erika, but to her face, she's like, oh, Erika, I believe everything. And rumor has it, y'all, that Erika is very pissed at Kyle right now for being two-faced. Y'all know they filmed the reunion on Friday, right? Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Damn, even Kyle said in her confessional, I think Erika's bark is worse than her bite. Of course it is, because she really ain't got a leg to stand on. Like, I'm gonna say it again. What's she gonna sue Sutton with? Monopoly money? Her lawyers don't need any more hassle. But on the other hand, I really do understand Sutton's concern, because she just got her money. She just got her independence from her husband. She worked hard for her money, like she said in the last episode. She ain't got time to be playing in court with Erika. So it looks like Kathy's dinner has come to an end. All the ladies raised their glass to her. They're all acting like what just transpired didn't happen at all. Like someone didn't just leave crying. But yeah, that's the end of that scene. So next we're at Garcelle's house, and she has a visitor. And it is Lisa Rena of all people. I'm kind of shocked, actually. Rena's talking about dropping off some sauce by Garcelle's because she loved her husband's sauce so much. And it looks like their friendship is on the right track. So now, of course, they're talking about the blow-up that happened at Kathy Hilton's place. And Rena says she needs to be filled in about what happened that night because drunk Rena was there. Girl, you know what you did. You started that whole thing with that damn dinner bell. So production is reminding us of how many drinks Lisa had, and all I'm counting is 2, maybe 3. Maybe because she's so rail thin she gets drunk really easily, or maybe she mixed those drinks with a pill or 2. Don't forget she be carrying around those bag of pills. I didn't forget. I just can't believe she needs a recap by Garcelle of what happened. She says all she remember is Erika and Sutton exchanging words and she was drunk, and that was it. Garcelle tells Rena that she checked up on Sutton and she said that she's not doing okay, and Rena's like, oh, Rena don't give a fuck. She's like, it's up to them now to fix that over something that you started with that damn dinner bell. Afterwards, Garcelle tells Lisa how she's feeling about the group dynamic, and I've been waiting for her to address this. She says she notices with the 4 of them, Lisa, Kyle, Erika, and Dorit, Garcelle is saying, I feel like y'all all have each other's backs, but when it comes to her, like she doesn't feel that Rena has her back. And Lisa's like, oh really? I'm sorry you feel that. Girl, you know. Like she swears to God she don't know what Garcelle talking about. She said, I think I have your back. Bullshit. Bullshit. And that's when Garcelle gives her examples. She says first there was the time when Erika blew up on Garcelle, and we remember that when Lisa was like, it's okay, that was fucked up. And then the next time when Dorit came for Garcelle, Lisa didn't say nothing. Lisa Rinna's response is, oh, well, I don't think it was my place to say anything in that moment. Girl, them big ass lips always got something to say and have an opinion on everything. So you couldn't stick up for your girl? Of course not, because she's not your girl. Damn, I missed the point when I could have said, of course not. But Garcelle, of course, is calling bullshit like the rest of us. Then Rena says in the confessional that her loyalty is with the truth. How she sees the truth. I'm glad she corrected that. Oh, okay, Lisa getting spicy in the confessional. She's saying she actually did agree with what Dorit was saying about the jabs. And she's like, the nerve of her wanting me to fight her battles. Bitch, please. Ooh, I can't wait till Garcelle lays into you at the reunion. Oh my God. So as Garcelle is telling Rena her grievances, so Rena tells her, well, you know what? I'm going to have to nitpick too. So, you know, we gave you your birthday cake or whatever at Harry's, and we see that she said thank you, but then Lisa's bringing up the sauce. Well, you didn't call me afterward that I gave you the sauce. Garcelle was like, I told you thank you when you came over with the sauce. She was like, yeah, but you didn't reach out to me afterward. Girl, if you don't get out her goddamn house, like, Garcelle, put her out. Put her ass out. I don't remember Lisa Rinna being this full of shit. I really don't. I used to like her when LVP was on here, but you know what? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so maybe that was the reason why I was feeling Lisa. So they end their conversation on some bullshit, and next scene we're with Kyle and Sutton, and they're at this store with items for a private auction. So I love what Sutton is wearing right now, this coat, the yellow Birkin. I mean, she has been getting it right 3 episodes in a row. Somebody must have told her, girl, you need to hide those knock knees of yours. So right now they're looking at a bunch of shit that we all can't afford, and it looks like they're just having a pissing contest of who's richer and who can afford what. $215,000 for a pair of earrings, and Sutton says, oh, that's a good price. So Kyle asks Sutton how is she feeling after the other night. I mean, of course Sutton is still feeling some way about it, and then she tells Kyle that what bothered her most was her telling her, say more, say more. Kyle is telling her that, well, I just want you to be honest because it felt like you were being a little two-faced. The irony there. I feel like Kyle wanted her to be more aggressive with telling Erika that she was a liar. But I personally think Sutton told her what she had to say, and I think it was more than what the other ladies had to say. Sutton's getting very irritated with Kyle because Kyle's basically implying that Sutton was chicken shit at the table and was saying one thing to her and another thing while Erika was present. They are going at it in this auction store, and the clerks are just looking at them gleefully, enjoying the show. Oh, and Sutton hits Kyle with, you know, you're just like Dorit, you talk too much. Damn. After that, Sutton is walking away. Kyle's like, wait, where are you going? I'm walking away from that. Kyle goes after her and they continue talking. Sutton is like, I did nothing wrong. I told her my truth. She didn't like it and she started threatening me. And then I think that's the part when Kyle felt bad. after pushing her under the bus. We hear Sutton in her confessional talking about all she went through with her husband and how she demands to be treated like an equal and nobody can tell her what to do because she's the boss. And that's right, Sutton. Do not let Erika intimidate you. Don't let some broke bitch run you off on an empty threat. So then Sutton really pisses Kyle off when she says to her, well, you know, I thought I was talking to a friend about it. Kyle interrupts her and is like, are you talking about me? That I'm not a friend? I'm not a friend? I know Kyle is like, bitch, you staying in my house. Are you serious? I gave you a discounted rate. You in my house. Yeah, I probably would have chilled out, Sutton, on that. I would go off on her after you move out of her house. But you definitely see the mean girl in Kyle come out when she said that. Sutton then gives Kyle a laundry list of all the things she's told Erika, then tells her, I've told Erika more than all of you girls in this group because y'all scared of her. Sutton better get in that ass. Kyle tells Sutton that she's not afraid of Erika. She actually tells Sutton that she was afraid of Erika. And Sutton was like, well, you didn't have her pointing in your face like this, threatening you. Oof. Kyle is basically calling Sutton weak. She's telling her on one hand she was bothered that she came to Erika all weak like, because that's the reason why Erika chopped her head off, because she came at her so weak. And then she's disappointed at Erika for threatening Sutton at the table. Kyle, your two faces are showing. The look on Sutton's face after Kyle said that, it looked like she just had an epiphany. Like she finally see the fake ass person that everybody been seeing in Kyle. So next scene, we're with Dorit and PK. Don't worry, y'all, my hand is on this fast forward button. So Dorit's talking about her businesses. I think she's gonna have a launch party coming up for her bridal line. And then PK asks her, how is Erika doing? So it looks like Dorit is defending Erika to PK, and PK is just like any of us reading the article saying that why isn't she coming out talking about the victims? They're also on the topic of Erika Jayne's Instagram posts, and by the looks of it, it looks like she could care less about the victims or whatever legal turmoil she's in. Yeah, so they're showing her Instagram captions, and they really do come off flippant and cavalier. Like one of them says, I thought about disabling comments, but you all are so gullible, I just can't. The only people that are gullible are the ones that believe that you're telling the truth. And look at PK making sense, saying that's not good for her image, and it makes it look like she doesn't care about what Tom did. So PK also says something that I'm so glad that they addressed on the show. He's saying that what Tom did is not alleged. The only thing that's alleged is his mental capacity and his defense. Like he stole that money. Like there's a whole paper trail for that. The only thing that's alleged is his defense about his mental capacity. That's the only thing that's alleged. Look at that gargoyle making all the sense. And Dorit is steady defending Erika even though PK is making all the sense. Dorit tells PK that she believes Erika can come out on the other side of this. And PK says, well, not if she don't conduct herself accordingly during all this. Because right now she's doing all the wrong things. And I agree. Now listen, because I know a lot of people are confused by this. I'm not saying that Erika did that. But she did purposely turn a blind eye to what Tom was doing. Like there ain't no way she didn't know anything. And now she's trying to protect herself and him. She keeps lying that she didn't have a heads up on anything like lawsuits. And she also keeps telling this tall tale about him having mental problems and the car accident to align with his defense attorneys. So she's trying to cover her own ass to make sure she's still paid in the end. She don't care about the victims. That's my main thing. Like, do I think she needs to go to jail? No. But I do think that she needs to come up with the money. She's just as responsible as he is because she spent stolen money. Dorit has so much to say in her confessional and has told none of this to Erika's face. Ooh, I know Erika watching this and she is pissed at PK. She's sitting there with her legs in the air while you have widows and orphans suffering. So next scene we're with Garcelle, and she's going to be holding a Haitian dinner at her house for all the ladies. So I have no idea about Haitian food, so I am totally in the dark right now. My Haitian followers, please let me know in the comments, was Garcelle missing anything? And what are some of the top Haitian dishes to try? So we see all the ladies getting ready for Garcelle's dinner. It is so weird seeing Portia as a teenager, especially seeing this franchise as season 1. So the first to arrive at Garcelle's is Lisa Rinna. She's always on time or even early. I don't really like what she's wearing. Maybe it's the hair that's throwing me off. Like, the signature hair that she has does not go with this outfit. And also, I love you, Garcelle, but these candles in the front, they just look so random. Because the grass is clearly fake, and then you have like at least 1 billion candles covering the grass. Garcelle comes down the stairs and she looks stunning. I love the black and gold. She looks regal. So mean girl Crystal arrives and she looks chic in this monochromatic look. I'm digging it. Dorit, I'm feeling it. She looks like a chic Joker. Like, I like it, but it's definitely given the clown prince of crime. Oh my God, Dorit, chill out. Before she got there, like Garcelle and Lisa bet that she would be the late one because she takes so long to get dressed. So Dorit is taking at her confessional as a jab by Garcelle. Girl, chill out. Chill out. So Erika Jane arrives and I'm not really sure what to make of this outfit. It's an oversized tuxedo shirt, boots, and a leather bra over it. I also again have to hand it to Erika that she keeps showing up for filming, but again, she needs that check. So Kyle arrives and she has bundles on bundles on bundles in that head of hers. At least 7 packs of hair. Like, I can't even tell what she's wearing right now. Like, her hair is really that big. And then last we have Sutton walking in and she looks good. That's 4 outfits in a row for her. I'm counting. And I'm glad she showed up even though Erika's gonna be there. They're basically just not acknowledging each other. Okay, y'all, so I love Kathy, but she rude as fuck for not even letting Garcelle know that she wasn't coming over. Garcelle's like, oh, so we're just waiting on Kathy. And then Kyle's like, she's not coming. Like, how rude is that? Like, Garcelle came to your dinner. Now, so far, all the ladies are getting along. It looks like we won't get a fight at the end of this episode. So they're just having some normal conversation at the table. Dorit is talking, then she realizes she's talking too much and catch herself after everybody just looking at each other. Yeah, this dinner is a little ho-hum, but you know, a dinner at Kathy Hilton's, I mean, it's a hard act to follow. So Lisa tells Sutton that she likes her dress and they're talking, and then Kyle's talking to Sutton, and this gives Kyle the perfect opportunity to tell the table about her and Sutton, how they got into it at the auction place. And at the root of that argument was Erika Jane, so she know what she doing. Kyle, you ain't slick. Then we see the camera on Erika and she's just scrolling her phone looking unbothered. She tells the confessional that she does not care what they talking about. Like, she's reading the New York Times article because it's more interesting. Sutton then apologizes to Kyle for mocking their friendship, and now they're in a good place again. Kyle is so damn passive aggressive. I cannot stress that enough. So then the ladies all move from the dinner table to the living room to just chat a bit. Now, as they're sitting down, everyone recognizes the big pink elephant in the room that Sutton and Erika aren't speaking. I feel like Kyle or Rena are gonna try their best to make them speak to each other. Oh God, and it turns out Garcelle is the one that brings it up first. So she brings up that Kyle wore some yellow Gucci pants. The only thing is, Erika asks, when did she wear that? And it just so happens that Kyle wore that to the meeting that Sutton called about Erika. And Garcelle, I might have to call you out on this because she's like, oh damn, I shouldn't have brought that up. I shouldn't have brought that up. You know what you were doing. You know what you were doing. Ooh, Garcelle. And of course, Rena egging it on too. She tells Erika, oh, you weren't invited that night. So now the mood is extremely awkward that fact is brought up, even though Garcelle is trying to change the topic. After that, it's like you can hear crickets. And then after that, Dorit says, you know what, I'm gonna dip out. And then Erika's like, oh, me too. And then Lisa's like, oh, me too. So it's 3 of them leaving right now. That was such an awkward moment. Sutton's face, she's just like... So now the topic amongst the remaining ladies is how Sutton feels being around Erika. Sutton says she has nothing to say to Erika and she doesn't care if she gets an apology or not. And then Kyle lets her know that actually Erika wants an apology. Sutton then laughs at Kyle, and honestly the audacity of Erika wanting an apology. And Sutton takes the words right out of my mouth. She's like, the only people that deserve an apology is the victims. So Erika wants an apology for being called a liar. That is rich. That is rich. Unlike her. So Kyle tries to make a point to Sutton that if she's being talked about behind her back about being called a liar, she would want to know about it. And then Garcelle pipes up and like, oh, wait a minute. I'm getting triggered right now because what you're talking about, you actually did to me. Like, you waited till the reunion to tell me that I owed you some money. Gotcha. Now, Kyle is tongue-tied by this, but then she's like, oh, well, I thought we were over this. Well, you contradicting yourself, so I'm glad that Garcelle pointed it out. So now the topic is, how does Sutton and Erika move forward? And it's crickets, but then Crystal says her opinion. She's saying that Erika said there's no moving forward. Then producers showed us that Erika met up with Crystal because Crystal is trying to get into Erika's good graces now that there's an opening since her and Sutton aren't cool anymore. So now she's speaking on Erika's behalf saying that there's no going forward. Crystal, we see you. It looks like Sutton is unbothered. Crystal is like, if they don't like each other, they don't like each other. Like, they could just be cordial. They don't have to speak. They don't have to be friends. Just let it be. And then Kyle's outlook is she wants the ladies to talk and resolve it because them icing each other out makes everyone else uncomfortable. I think Kyle just doesn't want to be uncomfortable, but Kyle is the one who threw Sutton under the bus in the first place. So then the ladies end the topic on, well, it is what it is. And then Kyle was like, well, this was a beautiful evening and I'm ready to go. And that is where the episode ends. I enjoyed this episode. It did get a little bit slower till the end, but so much happened that I'm fine with it. I'm satisfied. I am full from these last two episodes. I thought it was great. I'm still Team Sutton. I'm still side-eyeing Crystal right now. Kyle is a snake. She is two-faced, and she's also passive-aggressive too. And Lisa is full of shit, and Dorit still talks too much. And Erika, she's still a liar. A motherfucking liar. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Ooh, and afterward, make sure y'all check out that Watch What Happens Live when they bring on Camille and Eileen. Either or. I know y'all like to be correcting me in the comments, but they did a Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and it was really good. I love it when Watch What Happens Live brings on old housewives to critique the new seasons because I love their takes on it because they can be very messy, especially the ones that you want to see back on the show. But anywho, y'all, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all look out for Pop Roast. I'll be in San Francisco tomorrow. And ooh, I'm 100 subscribers away from 10,000. I am so excited. And again, tell a kin, tell a friend, tell a heifer you hate. Just saying. Trying to get to that 10,000 so I can pop open that champagne. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye.